do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What's going on, Smooth Gang? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Smooth Gang Morning Show. Well. Oh, come on, Mike. What do we got going on today? Huh? What do we got going on today, y'all? Man, I got I got some things to get into. I've been watching a couple good little creators, man. And we're gonna get into probably a point and shoot, been having some really good videos. Uh I just watched a Just Clip video too. Let me see. Um yeah, man, it's another day. No 504. 504 got anything new on here? Oh, SC 504 talk about Gucci Man. He good. I like him. I need my other thing. Gucci Man.
Those of you who don't know, federal indictments drop on Wednesdays and Thursdays. This is not a coincidence. That is procedure. And as of right now, the formal indictment in the Pooh Shiesty case is coming within the next 48 hours. 9 defendants, one conspiracy charge, and a man at the center of it all who is about to be asked to do something that would define how the streets remember him for the rest of his life. His name is Roderick Delantic Davis. The world knows him as Gucci Mane, and the decision he made on January the 10th of 2026 and the decisions he's going to have to make in the weeks ahead are going to cost him in ways he has not fully accounted for yet.
What y'all think about that? Gucci Man has had this persona for a long time. What's going on? Gucci has had this persona for a long time, and this one decision to be an adult and to do the right thing might cost him. You know what I mean? Let me see if I can sit this chair all the way up. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So Gucci Man got a decision to make, man. He does. He got a decision to make. He got a decision to make to see if he gonna stand on business, as they say. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know, cause the codes of the street ain't the same no more. It's not the same anymore. It's changed up. What's going on, Rose? What's going on, Smiles? Hey everybody, how everybody doing today? I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Like and subscribe and comment. We're listening to 504 Street Chronicles Worldwide. And he's breaking down the Gucci Man situation and scenario. So let's listen up.
Since his release from federal prison in 2016, Gucci Man has operated differently than the version of himself that went in. That transformation has been well documented. The physical change, the sobriety, the marriage, the rebranding. What has been less discussed is the shift in how 1017 Records has been run in that same period. People close to the situation have noted that Gucci Man's wife, Keisha Kaur, has taken on a significant role in managing his affairs, and that includes his artists. In the music industry, when the person managing
I appreciate it, Rose. Thank you.
label owner's bed, the lines between business decisions and personal ones blur in ways that create problems. Artists under that kind of tension often feel that their grievances are not reaching the label owner directly, that they are being filtered through someone who has a different set of priorities than the artist does. That frustration builds over time, and in a 360 deal where the label is already positioned in every corner of an artist's earning potential, the feeling that the person managing your life does not fully understand your situation is a pressure that builds.
So I've been hearing a lot of that. They've been saying that Gucci Man's wife, Keisha Dior, is the one that's leading all his affairs, and she don't understand his background and where he come from. So some of the moves that she makes contradicts who and what he's supposed to represent. I don't know, but let's keep going.
Quietly until it explodes. There is a layer of smoke between Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane that goes beyond streaming numbers and recruitment balances. Big Scar, a former 1017 record artist who passed Pooh Shiesty's blood cousin, family, and word that circulated in the streets was that Pooh Shiesty was not satisfied with how Gucci Mane handled the situation surrounding Big Scar's death. That shit right there is not a business grievance. That is personal, and personal grievances do not get resolved in conference rooms, homie. When you are already frustrated about money, already feeling like the label management does not hear you, and you are carrying unresolved grief about how your label owner handled the death of your blood cousin, you are not a business dispute waiting to happen. You are something else entirely. Gucci signed Pooh Shiesty knowing his background, knowing where he came from, knowing the kind of dude he was dealing with. The amount of tension that accumulated on top of that could have not come as a surprise to anyone who was paying attention.
I wonder, so say a rapper came into the game and he just wanted to present a persona. I wonder, do they get tricked by their persona and make it and become and start thinking that it's real and have to do the things that their persona would do, not their normal selves? You see what I'm saying? Like, do they get caught in this dichotomy of real and fake? You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's what happens to like rappers. They get caught up in this like facade, thinking that there's something that they're not. But this is what sells. We need you to be this. So they be that for sales. But then in real life, they try to actually turn into that, and they can't face what that actually comes with and what it really represents. So that's crazy to me. Like, comment, and subscribe. What happens when you sign a rapper?
Pooh Shiesty is not a rapper who happens to talk about the streets. He is a street dude who happens to rap. That distinction matters enormously when you are a label owner deciding who to sign and what your obligations are after you sign them. That boy Shiesty had a documented reputation before 1017 Records. He had a criminal history before 1017 Records. He had a federal firearms case out of Miami while he was signed to 1017 Records.
The barrage of bullets sending 2 people to the hospital, and it lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Got that name because I'm fine. And it involves a recording artist, Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah, Pooh Shiesty is a real one though. You know how some
Here was no music.
You know how someone say, capping your rap? Yeah, Pooh ain't got no cap in his rap. He is a real one now. And if you consider that real, he can be real stupid, or he could be a real one considering who's saying real. You know what I'm talking about? Let me actually go get myself in the live. Hey, I'm finna start chatting with y'all in the chat, man. So y'all got questions or comments? Put them in the chat. What I got? What was that? Here it is, right here. Hey, y'all got questions or comments? Put them in the chat. Cause I'm finna start. I'm finna log on my other side so I can get in the chat with y'all and start chopping it up. You know what I mean? Might as well get myself a view. Start from the bottom. That's how you got to do it. You know what I mean? You got to be a fan of yourself for anybody else to be a fan of you. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead and log on. There it is. There it is. All right, I'm back now. I'm on this thing too. Like the video, y'all. Appreciate it.
Music video. The footage shows a McLaren sports car, Mercedes Maybach, and another Mercedes pull into this East Bay Harbor Drive condo parking lot. The fancy getaway cars speed off, and one of 2 victims then hobbles to the car.
Skyforce 836.
The victims ended up at Aventura Hospital with injuries. But back to the scene for a moment. Police say the famous rapper was in that McLaren.
Anybody shoot my gun 300 times?
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the shots flew, and it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor Islands, and days...
I just know one thing. That's not how you handle business. If you have a dispute, you don't take a gun to the boardroom. That's not how you handle business. I'm sorry. Like it's just not happen how you handle business. You feel what I'm saying?
The town of Bay Harbor Island says you're wanted for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
He's also charged with armed robbery. Bay Harbor Police names one other for aggravated battery in their affidavit, saying the 2 left the state in a private jet. Police also using these Instagram photos, showing Shiesty with an assault-style rifle and cash as part of their case.
Who, they got the right guy?
Sheldon Fox, 7 News.
And so just a few minutes ago, we actually learned from the courts, Shiesty's court date has been reset to February 9th.
The pattern of who this dude was and how he moved was not hidden. Everybody knew it. When you sign a person of that kind of profile to a record contract, a 360 deal that puts you in every corner of their pockets, but not just signing a rapper. You are entering into a business relationship with a dude who has a documented history of resolving conflict outside of courtrooms and meetings. That does not make what happened on January the 10th acceptable, though. It makes it predictable, and predictable problems that are not managed are on the label owner as much as they are on the artist. You cannot collect off a man's entire life.
So basically, what he's saying is, what happened in their situation or their scenario. It was probable to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you should have known with who you were dealing with, this would have been the outcome. It's basically what he's saying.
Didn't act surprised when that man's entire life depends on his rap career.
The jury's questions.
Here's something that has not been discussed enough in the coverage of this case. Gucci is a street dude who knows what it means to move through the world carefully. Flew to Dallas for a business meeting with a disgruntled artist who had been publicly complaining about his bread. An artist who felt he was not being paid what he was owed. An artist with a documented history of criminal behavior. And he showed up to that meeting wearing his wedding ring, a watch, earrings, and carrying buku cash, flexing on the same dude who was complaining about his bread. One of the other victims in that studio arrived carrying a Louis Vuitton bag filled with multiple high-dollar watches at a business meeting with a man who had been vocal about feeling like he was not seeing the money he believed he was owed, who is also known for going with his move. When you are sitting across from someone who is angry about money, the last thing you want to be doing is flaunting jewelry and cash. The street teach you to read environments. It teach you to move according to the temperature in the room. Whatever Gucci's security team was doing that afternoon, and the affidavit makes it clear that his head of security was in the lobby, and his second security officer was still in the vehicle outside when 9 armed men allegedly walked in preparation for that meeting, did not match the risk of the dude they were meeting with. That is a big time miscalculation, and miscalculations in situations like that have consequences.
That's a fact.
Gucci built
Like, comment, and subscribe, please. Please subscribe.
The Trap, the unapologetic gangster who survived everything Atlanta threw at him and came out the other side with his reputation intact. Gucci has said publicly more than once he would rather die than cooperate with law enforcement. That was not just a casual statement in the culture he was from. That was his position. That was the declaration. He was standing on that. And right now, that stance is being tested.
I'm a true G. I know snitch on niggas. For real, this East Atlanta zone shit. Well, niggas I fuck with my crew won't do that. We won't snitch on niggas. We stand down for ourselves. Like, if I gotta go, I'm gonna go. I done went before. I don't want to snitch on nigga to save my nobody's life, not even my own. I die. If I snitch on nigga. That's all.
That's what he said now. But in this current paperwork, he sure told. But he's older now. That was when he was younger. So, I mean, I don't know.
The internet has spent the last several days debating whether Gucci has transitioned from a street dude into a civilian. Argument for civilian status is the transformation, the business focus, the lifestyle change. But to keep it a buck, the argument against it is simpler. During his versus battle with Young Jeezy, Gucci chose to disrespect Jeezy's deceased partner on the public platform in front of millions of people. That is not the move of a man who has fully left that world behind. That was the move of a man who still understands and still uses the language of the streets when it serves him.
Put that nigga ass in the dirt. I tell you what. Smoking on Pookie Load tonight. I tell you what. This how we gonna do this. Send some more, I'm gonna send them the same way. In a box back to you. How you doing? Free kill.
And that was at the verses. That's crazy.
Which is what makes what comes next so significant. Because the same man who was willing to invoke the dead in a rap battle is now being asked by the federal government to take a witness stand and testify against 9 people. including a man he signed, a man he had a contractual obligation with, and a man whose father had his own documented history of cooperating with federal prosecutors. Gangster persona and the federal subpoena about to be in the same room, and only one of them has the force of the government behind it. Feds do not need Gucci to build this case. They have the ankle monitor data, the fingerprints, the cell phone records, Instagram posts,
That boy
the
robbed him with
surveillance
an ankle
footage, and the
monitor.
Greyhound tickets. The government wants from Gucci is what they always want from the primary victim in a high-profile case. A face that the jury recognizes sitting in that witness box.
So there you have it, man. This little thing that's going on with Pooh Shiesty and them. Man, y'all go check it out on 504 Street Chronicles. Check him out worldwide. That's a real dope channel. If you can get past the way he uses his voice and everything, you'll actually get some good information from him. I have one more that I want to show y'all, but I might just stop it here because I got some stuff going on in the house today. But yeah, y'all stay tuned and watch, man. I'm gonna keep coming with smoke, as you know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Um, that's great that you're a lesbian. I support you. As long as you support me, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the video. Do y'all want to see more? Let me know. We can keep going if y'all want to keep going. If not, I can go ahead and push it on through, man. I see y'all keep still coming in. I kind of don't want to leave. As long as y'all here, I want to be here. But I do got some other stuff to do though. So like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back later on. Please subscribe. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all the eyes. Give me some likes on this thing. And I only got 2 likes, so give me like at least 3 or 4 or 5 more likes. I appreciate that. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend and tell one more friend, come on in. We got room, and I promise I'll treat everybody well. Love.